Welcome back, everybody. Rain continues to fall on the city of Jorix. A steady downpour from the dark gray sky as lightning crashes and thunder sounds moments later. It's not uncommon for Jorix to get some weather, especially this time of year when the seasons themselves are shifting from one to another. People are quickly milling about, heading to their shops, running errands, heading to the grotto's marketplace, while in the distance in the fields, as bundled up as they can be, lanterns broken out as work continues, harvesting the crops. This work is never done and yes, must continue in spite of the weather happening outside. The day is slowly growing shorter as night extends its time. We now find ourselves on the outskirts of the Grotto district, in a relatively run-down inn known as the Inn at Lilon. Benji, the little raven bartender / innkeeper, is quickly and very carefully working on some kind of manuscript or parchment at his desk, keeping an eye on the many patrons that are slowly either coming in from a very late night or heading out as the day begins. Discretion always and must. We move upwards, though, and we find in a small room with 3 individuals and several pets that are all slumbering at this time, an automaton slowly coming out of stasis. Rory. The last day or so has been a bit of a whirlwind, from meeting with Tyneal and getting more information about the city itself to now your new teammate and how well they might be able to handle the struggle and trial ahead. What are some of Rory's kind of inner thoughts as Rory, for the latter half of yesterday, had been pretty quiet?
Our recent meeting with Eris and subsequent conversation with Theodora has left him in a couple of places. On the one hand, Theodora is not necessarily wrong. People have to get experience somehow, and sometimes the way that they get that experience is running into really rough situations and having to find their way through it. And Theodora has to remind him to give people the room to do that. On the one hand. On the other, it is also not unknown to him that some people have paid some pretty hefty costs in the process of finding things out. It took his sister, currently, twice. It took her partner. It almost took Blackstone. Friends have come and gone, and it's one of those. Today might be a good day for him to talk to his son and be like, hey, how do you feel about all this? And if this is something that you truly want to do, then I am going to say nothing else about it and just kind of, we're just going to have to be a team and figure it out together. But I don't know. For him, I think the thing that he doesn't know does Asani understand what she's about to walk into? Because if she doesn't, then that is a fairly heavy thing, because this can kill her. Or, as we're watching a whole thing eat at someone's soul and their very existence. And that's one of those. hate to tell you, but if today's your like first or second day of swimming, this is the deepest end of the pool you could have possibly chosen to be in, and there are also sharks and piranha in here, and that's scary. I think the idea of loss is one of those. It kind of is going to happen whether he wants it to or not. But the idea of that happening to someone entirely unprepared for it is hard.
All of that kind of weighing heavily on your shoulders, almost along with like the cape that you wear, the cloak. Not only that, the kind of new, at least in Rory's case, friendship with Corbin. It's a lot of balancing act of relationships, responsibility. Something that Rory is not new to before, but it's just a different style. Before, in your time at Felk, it was often, yes, measuring responsibility and relationships with your family and those around Felk. But this is different. They, in some ways, are family, but they're not in others. This journey from Illipin, all those weeks, months ago at this point, seeming like something distant in the past. But that theme of loss, how many more can Rory stand to lose?
I don't know if he even knows that answer, but the one thing that he does know is that he did at least promise one person that when they came back, that their friends would be okay. At which point, three of them have since like gone on to different adventures, and now there's Theodore left and like a new person, and so they're just kind of like, the mission parameters were protect people and make sure that they're okay and they're kept alive. So we're here.
As your thoughts also turn to kind of the day's ledger of what you all are going to be heading towards, the conversation about heading towards the graveyard district, the cemetery. Why don't you go ahead and roll, based upon that fact, a history check for me?
Let's roll a check historically. Okay.
And to give some time as you're rolling, this is kind of measuring Rory's knowledge and Blackstone, since Blackstone was the one that was more so around during this period. But their knowledge of the graveyard district, the cemetery district, and what they know of the catacombs beneath the city. Because granted, Rory and Blackstone have not ventured into this portion of the catacombs, but you have some familiarity. You've been down there before, just a different part of the city.
Okay. That roll was a 10.
Okay. With that knowledge, you would know that the cemetery came first, with the district around it coming second. It was a plot of land that seemed to be more resilient. So, meaning not great for farming, for instance, or perhaps building a lot of structures. So, based off of the very limited knowledge you may have, might be a little bit more connected to like one of the way lines, either to the Vale or perhaps to another realm entirely. So the cemetery itself came first. The structure around it, marking. And just because of the influx of citizens and people wanting to get a fresh start, especially in a city, a sprawling city, just like Jorix is, before even moving to the Strand, people were moving there. Typically, it's Temple and Cloudtop District are usually the most wanted. Erudite quarters, then the Grotto, the Naval Yard, etc. And then typically it's those that are living in the Graveyard District and then the Strand in terms of if you're looking economic structure within the city. The homes in the Graveyard District are about as old as those in the Strand, but they're a little bit more well kept. But they're also a lot more congregated together. It's not uncommon for some of these homes to, on the opposite side, where normally a backyard, for instance, would be, instead is the border of the cemetery itself. And there might be someone's headstone on the opposite side. Some of these homes are literally staring into the cemetery itself. That realm of death never quite leaving them, as they are also living day to day. The catacombs, as you had been aware of up until the news that came out yesterday with Aerie, there had been rumors about a catacomb entrance, but it oftentimes had been flavored almost like a bit of folklore or like a scary tale to tell children before they go to bed of like, be very careful, or, you know, some kind of monster will get you if you're not behaving well enough or something like that. One had not really been spotted. There are markers of the catacombs all over the city of Jorix. I would say, Rory, you're probably aware of about 6 of them, but you know there's more. They are found in the backs of taverns, the backs of homes, in the middle of the street. It's as the city expanded, it also outwardly in the surrounding area, it also expanded downward. Based off of that 10 as well, you would know that a lot of the kind of crime syndicates are known to use the catacombs as a network as well, for hatching plans or, you know, passing along information. Benji sometimes has a little bit of information about, you know, what organization might be moving through, dubious or not. But the catacombs, much like the city of Jorix, are alive and very much used, but it's oftentimes with a warning. For those that usually come down there, don't always come back up. They're very dangerous. It's a maze. There's no maps out there that have properly plotted out what the catacombs look like, because it's almost like they're ever shifting as portions of the city are also falling apart. That decay rotting downwards, which is ironic considering the catacombs. Oh, you're muted, love.
Saying, if I recall correctly, there was also, we saw in a vision of some kind that one of the markers had been tampered with by magic.
Correct. The mausoleum had been seemingly, the name had been tampered with magic. So the name that was on the mausoleum itself is Forscina, F-O-R, or I have it, I literally just had it. There we go. F-O-R-S-C-I-N-A was written on the plaque, and you had rolled exactly what you needed to be able to tell that something had been magicked about this plaque. The problem was you were seeing it through Aerie's memories, and she was not able to comprehend what other languages might be present, as well as having that aptitude for magic. So you were kind of seeing through her eyes. Today may present the opportunity for you to be able to see what is hidden underneath a name.
Okay.
So, you awaken. Who would be the next to wake up as we now look at the entire cast?
I think Theodora always been an early riser. She's probably like gone out with Sparky and Sakali to start that, because she told Ostani that she would get Sakali into a shape. So she's like off doing that, I think.
Love that. Easily can do that, as well as noting for the audience, you can also do any shopping that you may wish in terms of picking up supplies, because I imagine Theodora would be like, well, we're out, I'm just gonna go pick up these things real quick. So
oh yeah, I think I got like a shopping list from everybody.
Yep.
And was like, okay, what do you need, like just like everybody write down what you want before you go to sleep and I'll get it.
Yep. Again, the morning coffee, the tea, and any other supplies you might need.
The health potions. Like
Right. Health potions, in my case, would be like, here's a list of like weird magical things just in case we need them. So like, see if you can find something that dispels magic or removes curses, or like poison antidotes if you need to find it.
I should also specify, like, she tells people to write it down. She can't fucking read it. She just hands it to the shopkeepers when she gets there, and it's like, I just need this.
I love this. And they actually seem kind of relieved, I'll say this, that you just have a list versus like that customer that comes in and is like, do you have the thing, and have no idea what they're talking about. Like, you have a nice list.
Theodora is that kind of shopper that's like, I'm trying to be in and out, honey. Like, I'm not trying to be here. I'm not trying to spend all day. Here's everything that I need. We're not browsing. We're not window shopping.
Nope.
I have things to do. So
I love it. I love it so much. Incredible. So you were off doing that. Astani, what are you doing as you awaken for the day?
Typically, Ostani would be the one who wakes up at, and not even wakes up at sunrise. They're awake at that time for the sunrise ceremonies. But I think this is the first time they've fully slept. Maybe they woke up in the middle of the night, and as part of their rest, possibly in their hands or their smudge marks on their fingers, they wake up with their sketchbook of constellation and stars, and they have been stargazing for a couple of hours to just find time again. When they think of Sakali and their spirit just bouncing from everywhere to everywhere, they just think of nebulas of like glowing stars. So they're just, if they saw like a red star through their telescope, they're sketching it out to see what it could look like if it was close by. So they woke up, still have that on their bed, and they're just, this is the latest I have ever slept in.
Yep.
This is new. And has that face of, where am I? What day is it? Oh, it's the same day. Okay. Got it. Okay.
what year is it? It's like when you take that hard depression nap, and then you don't know if you've like maybe teleported to a different century, like Rip Van Winkle style, just like what the fuck?
Slept for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
You can go ahead with that. To explain to the audience, because I think we do have some new viewers, we use a system called Spirit Points, which grows with you as you level. And you're able to use them in battle for healing, for spells, for attacking, for shielding. But it does come at a cost, and it is essentially another hit points meter. But it doesn't reset after a long rest. each of the players have to choose a meaningful task that they need to do in order to rebuild those spirit points. So this is Asani's task, and let's see what you rolled on a d20 to how many points you got back.
16.
Okay, I think that puts you back to full, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, then perfect. You are probably feeling a little bit sore, your mind a little bit tired from yesterday, but I think that conversation that you had with Theodora, as well as just Astani's drive as a whole, correct me if I'm wrong, but that eagerness to show that you can do it, that you are capable of this, you can handle this. This is not going to be too much for you.
I think they are the Watcher on like they've dealt with horrible life, disastrous things, and then to see the end of all things and throw anybody, especially someone who works with spirits, and ferrying them to the end. They found their stable ground after misstepping and just questioning where they would help in this situation, because this seems like an impossible task.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then talking with everyone the previous night made it feel less impossible. And that was just enough for them to get up in this morning and make a plan. One little plan at a time.
I love that. Theodora, as mentioned, is out the door, leaving you and Sokali along with Rory and Corbin in the...
No, Sakali is with
Tell
me.
Sakali's with you.
Sokali's with you. Thank you. I was like, wait a minute. Take that back. So, yeah, leaving you and Rory and Corbin in the flat alone.
Good morning, Asani.
Morning.
How are
Well.
you feeling?
Good. I've done a bit of sketching, and the tea last night definitely charged my nerves. I was awake a little bit, but went out like a light again. It was wonderful. Where's Sakali?
Training.
Oh. Morning training. That sleepyhead. Wow.
Well, Theodora is a trainer for the best of every creature there is, or at least as far as I've seen. So, if you don't mind, I would like to ask you a question about your recent experience with Eris. How are you feeling spiritually?
Scared because there's a lot to do and very few of us to do it. But definitely not swayed. Oh, thank you for your help in there.
I suppose I can truly say in this case it is the thing I am built for. But more to the point, as you might imagine, things will get increasingly dangerous from here. And something Theodora said yesterday has me thinking that it might be best to just ask you, are you aware of what it is that you're stepping into? And are you sure that you want to?
I don't think Anyone could answer that question. With the amount of expertise I have, you'd think the answer would be yes, I know what I'm stepping into. But the truth is, anytime I step into the veil and the waters take me and pull me under, I have to find my ground again, and that is what I fear would happen here. An unknown situation will come up. I will have to confront it. I will feel unstable, and then I look to myself for strength. So no, I don't know what I am stepping into, but I know I'm stepping into it with my whole heart.
It is a very long and history of war that you're stepping into. And if your convictions would keep you here, then we can make peace with, well, that and everything that it comes with. But as you have seen, the stakes on this are fairly high. I say that not to dissuade you, but because it is important to me. The people who decide to enlist themselves against the enemy at hand are aware of what that is. There's something to be said about the adventurer that occasionally appears, or other people who come along into situations with some enthusiasm and so much heart, and have subsequently been lost after that. Then again, maybe in some ways this is just as much about me as it is about me making sure that at least that you're aware. There's a lot of danger out here, some of which are still unknown and that we have yet to discover. So,
Well, you keep questioning me at each turn. Or is this truly just you checking in? I don't mind
The-
it.
the
I won't
check-ins,
mind it, I mean.
well, I suppose the check-ins will be a little bit more frequent, but with time, the questions will be significantly less. Well, unless a scroll is involved, then there will be definitely more questions. Or machines. And or cooking recipes.
Oh, that I would not mind at all.
And for Corbin's sake, and I know that they're listening, clothing choices.
I have thoughts.
He definitely does.
Asani just hides that smile behind like their hand, like this went from here to here. And even as they get up to kind of get ready, for the day, there's just a little like tap in their step of this. They think of Theodora and the commonality of community. And when community is like, I just want you to make sure, even if it's for me, and that makes her heart light. So Asani just looks back to Rory and let's talk then about what we need to do next. Graveyard District. Have you thought anything further after our adventures in the Vale?
Well, I suppose we'll need to go there for one. There is the matter of the mausoleum to consider. From what Ari, at great risk to herself, decided to share, that seems to be important to our travel there. I really should have asked Theodora to pick up something for the undead. I suppose I'll have to invent something along the way.
For the undead, wait, go back. What?
A mausoleum.
Yes.
We're going to have to go into it at some point.
Yes. Again, but mausoleum, sleeping, dead people. The word was undead. And truly imagine, like, if Ostani was walking away, you just saw the 4 centaur feet come back, like, double take, like, what?
I think for Rory, this is a thing in recent memory for them. Well, in as much as it could be recent for them specifically. But it is my understanding as of late that the dead do not always sleep.
But sleep is so good. Why?
Honestly, a good question. I would certainly prefer it if they were, but I think we should be prepared in case they are not.
Oh, well, I can prepare something for that. They have on them their bells, and they'll start putting together their, like, a little bandolier of bells of, like, different notes, and you can see one of them is really heavy and the other one's, like, really tiny, almost like the size of, like, a little acorn. And they're trying not to make it sound, because to them that is, like, what helps the spirits, like, lull them back to sleep, kind of. So they're putting that together and, like, strapping that around their waist to get started, and just slowly, one by one, like, naming them as they put them into their bandolier.
What are these for?
These are for weaving, typically. Or yes, spirits that are in unrest. Those who can get through the waves back to our... You
said this was for weaving?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. As I understand it, the typical tools of a weaver are needles.
It is. But for the Watchers, when something comes through, we do fight together. But when there's a spirit that is on it, hasn't gone through yet, and they're just in the waves, the Watchers step forward and we sing, if we don't have the bells. Because notes and harmony can weave too. And sometimes that can be quite stronger than some needles.
Interesting. I would be very curious to read something about this. Perhaps at some later and maybe more peaceful time.
Yes.
And probably around this time is when you're coming back, Theodora, from your errands, training Sokali, spending that time with Sparky as well.
Can I roll spirit?
Of course you can. Okay. Yes, you can.
8.
That's not terrible.
One year I will get back to full spirit. My full spirit score, 1 year.
I was gonna say, you should be up pretty high.
I'm like 6 points off from being full, but you know, I know you, so I'm not gonna hold on to that.
You know what? Happy holidays. You can go ahead and replenish.
Oh my goodness, it's been like 2 whole seasons since I've seen the number be full.
Well, to be fair, you started the season a bit higher up, but then you've also used some as you went. So
No, I don't think I was ever at full though.
you should
When
have
we
been.
started. It's not.
Now, and mind you, like through like multiple resurrections and attunements and everything else, a whole village of revenants, like just
Yeah. I should have been at full. Yeah.
Yes.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Because when I rolled, it did not get full.
Gotcha.
I was almost there. But then I
Gotcha. Okay.
sacrificed some.
That makes more sense. Okay. I was like, I know you were at least pretty close. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Happy
My
holidays.
God.
I will allow that for you to be full up.
131 bitches try to kill me now.
But Theodora coming through the door a bit wet because of the rain still happening outside. Sparky immediately shaking their fur.
I low-key also do.
Love it. As the group, you are all reunited together.
Does Sakali also shake the rain
1,000%.
off of her?
Yep.
It's like I think the three of us do it like almost at the same time. It's like, oh.
Lamia. But yes, all three of you can do that if you wish, and the day is yours. So
Good morning. Here are the items that you wanted me to get.
Oh. There, like, Osani sees Sakali shake off their fur, and they're like, this is the most wet this box cat dog spirit has been. Because this is like, if Osani could have a poodle that is always taken to the groomers, that is what would happen. But they're just like, oh, well, you definitely worked. You are not jumping up already.
So Kali
Oh.
literally is licking you and like keeps staring at like the fireplace in a bed, like is looking so tired.
Do you know that one like trend where it was like kids going into their first day of school and then like they take a picture and then the parents like take a picture of them coming out and they look like rough, they look like
Yep.
they've been through it. That's what Sakali left looking like super prim and proper, and now she looked like she'd done been through it.
Mm-hmm. Like, I felt like I gave you pigtails this morning, but I guess that's not the plan for today. All right. And they will look over the items. I believe like for Osani, they were looking for like potions, things like that they could get to, and then but like it's the morning, so it's like, what did I want? Probably didn't tell them, so I should tell them later. And then looking through what you have bought. Let's see, one of this one. Oh, what are these for? Who did you write this, Rory?
I think when I hand them the bag, I also hand the list over, just to verify, because I just like kind of trusted the shopkeeper to give me the things that I need. Like, I'm like, half of the stuff I'm just like, I don't know what any of the, like, I know what a healing potion looks like. I know what some other potions look like. For other stuff, I'm just like, I don't. Like, if it was like herbs and stuff or like roots or whatnot, like I would know just because I grew up in like the wild. But like everything else is like.
Yeah, Osani's just doing the thing like after you order Taco Bell, just making sure that everything's in the order.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You before you pull out of the drive-thru, you gotta check just
double
in
check.
case. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Are the fries in the bag? They better be in the bag.
Yep.
I don't know if I ordered these, but they're interesting, so we should keep them.
Okay.
I like how vague that these
I know.
are. So it's like, I don't even know. Like,
No.
it's like, it could literally be anything.
This is feeling like like the wild card in Uno. Like, I'm gonna pull this out. Oh, it's the
I
thing
don't-
we were all talking about that we all
I don't know what this is, but then in a like critical moment, like, it's
Yeah.
a +3 vorpal sword,
Yeah.
bitch.
That's what it's feeling
I'm
like.
gonna-
Oh,
I'm gonna chop your-
that is the, you know, like extremely weird, like that is like an immovable staff. How, you know, like what a wonderful time to have this very convenient thing.
Sure. Okay. Noted.
It definitely was not that. I don't think we could get that from a normal potion store.
Probably not.
But, well, I suppose we have things to look into at the Graveyard District and a mausoleum to explore and some well-trained animals who I suppose might need a bit of rest before our going.
Sparky's fine. Sakali will be fine.
What's your face of like, huh?
It is best that they get used to this now. There won't always be comfort and warmth.
There is Rory's attempt to I think offhandedly hide a bit of a chuckle. Like the smile is warm because it's just like Theodora being disciplinarian pet parent. There will be time for cuddles and treats later, but now the training is now.
Mm-hmm. It is nice that they have had a comfortable life. But unfortunately, that might no longer be available anymore.
Well, I would imagine that as every parent does, let us do what we must do to allow them to hopefully resume living a somewhat comfortable life.
Yes. I think like as we're talking, I'm like also just like showing Astani like the training that I've done with Sakali so far, like sort of like giving Sakali some commands, like literally like have to start off with the basics because they don't listen. So it's like sit, stay, like things like that. It's like we'll move on to more advanced stuff another time. Had to overcome some obstinance first.
I'm sitting here and I'm listening to this casually and being like, I hope Ostani is also picking up tone here because that's going to be important.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Astani's like, my baby. My baby. I know I complain about you being lazy, but now that I see you're going through it, oh my god.
Yeah, they're just like your poor little legs and your little wheels. They're holding it all together, but you can see it in the eyes where it's just like, oh my god, you're so talented and yet so strong. Just a brave little soldier.
Sakali or Astani's gonna be like, we need to go out shopping again. I'm gonna buy Sakali full plate armor.
Yeah.
A full plate armor and then the cutest little treats because you had a big day.
Fully a fey creature doesn't need the armor, can just be resummoned again, but they're still getting armor.
So why not? Why not?
This just makes me miss Biscuit because I would 100% do this.
Aww.
I would.
Because you have to dress the part.
Yeah, I would also.
You do have to dress the part.
I would also do it for Prince. So.
Osani's just watching, and have that little slight like, oh my baby, but also like, there's just it's not like growing pains, but seeing someone you've known for a long time expand into something that you just didn't see them do before. So it's just very beautiful. So that's just Osani's speechless face of like, oh, you're so talented. Oh my goodness, I love you even more. Well, you two were very busy, and thank you again to you. And looking down to Sparky, I know you must have been working hard as well. He has much to learn, so I'm glad that the morning is filled with, and they just like boop the collie's nose like lessons. So,
They were
do you
nodding
feel fit
off.
to just sleep? It's okay. Barking. Do we want to go now?
Why are we whispering? Oh, I see.
Baby's asleep. Just gonna cover his ears.
So he just curls in, same spot they were in a couple days ago as you were heading to Tiny Hills, just assuming the position for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Deodora starts to say something, has a moment of just like awareness. Just like, and I think you could probably just read in her face that it's just like, they can sleep for, like, in her face, it basically is like, they can sleep for now, but they're gonna be awake soon enough, so it's fine. like ain't no way the graveyard is just gonna be fucking quiet. So it's like, okay. Yeah, let's go.
All right. And Roy sets about gathering their things, the few of them that they have.
Sure. You head on out. Benji kind of, Mr. Rubin, have a good day. You hear as you are exiting the building. Oh, remind me later we need to talk. Nothing bad. Seeing kind of the lack of expression on probably your face as you may or may not turn back for a second. It's just a quick check-in, that's all. That's all.
Actually, I take a moment to turn aside when he says that. Goes, quietly, casually, in the camp as it were. It's just like, hey, basically the message is the equivalent of, hey, I've headed over to the graveyard district if you need me to check out anything while I'm over there.
No, but that's good to know. I will make sure if anybody inquires to make sure that they are pointed in the right direction.
Well, I mean, hopefully, the fun people.
Right. Though I tend to wonder what your definition of fun is, Mr. Rubin.
We can talk about that later too.
Right. Go about your day. Good luck. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which isn't much. So, have a good time.
And so I do.
Sends you off.